Welcome to the Was It Good Though podcast. We'll be bringing raw and unfiltered energy for each movie and TV show that we will be reviewing. Just think of it as turning your movie group chat into a podcast. I am one of your hosts. My name is Jazz.
I am Jason. And man, per usual, I got some house rules I want to run through with you. So let's get started. One, we will be spoiling this review. So if you haven't seen it, you haven't watched it, please stop, go check it out, and then come listen to this review. Number two, please like, share, subscribe. Let your friends know, let your church members know, let your family know what we are doing over here at the Was It Good Though podcast. Number three, have fun. We just kicking shit, having fun with my friends. That's what we do. And last but not least, this is not a kid-friendly podcast. So if you're watching with your kids, that's something on you that has nothing to do with us. Let's get to this review.
This is the second week we're going to be discussing something that had Luke in it.
Look at them girls, that's Duke song. And both times we can definitively say Uncle Luke was the issue in both problems.
You know what? That's good. Let's hold black men accountable for this.
Uncle
Yes.
Luke was the issue in both situations. What's good, people? This is the Was It Good Though podcast about movies and TV shows. But this week, episode 95. Since this is probably like the last good one, technically. Episode 95 is about the Freaknik doc. What's this? The Wild Story Never Told? The Wildest Story Ever Told?
Wildest Party Never
Wildest
Told.
Part Never Told. Okay, there we go. Thank you for correcting me in that. And I am one of your hosts. I am Jason.
And I am Jazz.
And Jazz, man, we here to talk about one of the wildest parties that we unfortunately weren't able to participate. But I would like to think that at some point in my life, I probably would have participated. Just knowing who I am, I probably would have participated at some point. And we got a special host. This one actually, she actually is the one who even was the first person to present this as an option, as something to discuss. Because I don't do documentaries. I'm well documented saying I don't do documentaries, but this is one I wanted to do. So of course we brought my sister, Kindahl. How you feeling today?
I'm cool. How are you?
I can't complain. Anything you would like to tell the people about yourself, or anything that you got going on that you would like to shout out?
Not that I can think of. I'm just tired.
Well, wake that ass! Wake that ass up! We finna talk about some ass shaking and booty. What, Jay?
No, Jason. We're gonna discuss how this was supposed to start off with the community of college students coming togetyou.
It became an orgy.
Yeah, it got kind of wild. Like
ass shaking is definitely bringing me together with a whole bunch of college students. If you enough ass shaking in the room, Jason will be there. No, that's not the vibe. That's not the vibe you want, Jazz?
Me? Nah.
You gonna be in the room?
Man, so if it was a room full of niggas ass shaking, you're not pulling up.
Am I the only woman in the room?
Yes.
No. I'm not going in no room full of niggas, especially nah.
Okay, so you can bring your group of women for this group of men, but the men outnumber the women.
Hopefully it's not by too much, because we see what happens.
They all just in there like twerking.
Yeah, I just in there throwing it. Just having an ass throw off party.
That's wild. Screaming Freaknik.
So going into the documentary, Jazz, what was your knowledge of this party or this gathering? What did you know about it prior to?
I mean, I definitely didn't know how it originated. It was just a party, Black folks coming together, women getting exposed, grabbed on, sexually harassed by a bunch of men, and it just got kind of wild. So I guess the last 20 minutes of what this documentary presented is my only knowledge of what Freaknik was. Because it kind of reminded me of like, I'm not sure if y'all familiar with Black Bike Week. That's normally in South Carolina. That I definitely want to try to go to that because that was around when I was in college. But unfortunately, I didn't make it there. I'm glad though. Because I heard them niggas got wild over there too.
I can imagine. Kindahl, what about you? What was your knowledge of the Freaknik?
I thought it was like a spring break for Black people. That was in college, basically. It just looked like so much fun when you see like the videos and stuff.
It do.
Yeah.
So you
Ooh, I
find out
wish I
the real
could.
secrets. You find out the
Yeah.
real secrets of what's going
Yeah.
on. But I think that was the extent of what I knew. I feel like I thought it was like maybe a week in Atlanta where people just go and they just, just have a ball. They just went crazy for a week. Definitely like a picnic or so, so or so that was being held or hosted by some Black people, and it was just everybody would just come. And I guess it kind of confused me because when I first moved to Arkansas, people used to be like, "I'm going to Memphis to kick it." I'm like, "Memphis to kick it? Like that sounds so fucking weird to me." But it's me being from Memphis going to a smaller place. So when people come from Memphis, they go into a bigger place. It's something completely different. And we had this little thing in Memphis called Memphis in May. So the first, like the month of Memphis, that first weekend, there's a concert series out on the river, and they just have a lot of different celebrities and different people that come out, of course, performing and things like that. So you have something, but people say throughout that entire month, and I guess because I was in Memphis, I was just so blind to it. I had never heard of it. Did you guys have? I know, Jazz, you just mentioned the Black Bike Week, but is there any other events that y'all grew up having in y'all city that kind of celebrated Black people? Or like this big thing for like Black people where everybody would come to within the year. Like in Memphis, we had in May, we had Memphis in May, but that was for the city of Memphis. In April, we had this thing called African April. So that was just like a lot of people would come downtown Memphis, they block everything off, and people would just be out there kicking it. Did y'all have anything like that?
I'll say for me, growing up, I can't think of anything. I know once Charlotte was able to get the CIAA tournament, things like that, which was lit, but that would be like a weekend. But outside of that, nah, I can't think of anything.
Yeah, I can't think of anything either here in Detroit. The only thing that I went to that was like super festive was Pride festivals here. Like they were really big here. That's it.
So is it not an active thing still?
Yeah, it is. Oh, I can't
Okay.
wait. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. But yeah, man, like we said, we watched the documentary. It definitely was something that I feel like I would have experienced, but just as you say, it began as just a picnic for friends. Jazz, so what did you think? That we find about the DC crew. What's that, DC crew? DC.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was kind of dope where you see where it all originated from when you get the board members having their reunion for this documentary and just talking about how it all started. Like, because when I think of Freaknik, I think of, oh, they gonna get wild, it's gonna be nasty. And that wasn't even their main goal when they started it. They was basically going off a song that was out around that time, and they was like, oh, picnic, Freaknik. But then you did catch that she said, we can no longer use picnic because we now know the history of it. And when she said that, I said, I'm so glad. I can't wait for Jason to watch this. That's why I made sure. Jason, have you watched the documentary yet?
It was in my notes. We can move on. We can move
What?
on. We can move on. We can move on. Kindahl, what about you? What did you think about the history of this picnic?
It sounded so um safe and, and fun. Wanted to get people together.
Yeah,
It just like a good time. But
it did.
niggas. So
Right.
Yeah.
It started off innocent. And did you see where it was just like, oh, flyer, with flyer, $2, without flyer, $3. I'm like, damn,
$3.
I wish. Let me go
Party.
somewhere with like some
Man.
bunch of niggas, and it's just $2. Hell yeah, shit! I'm getting a bunch of people in. Yo, entry on me.
$10, let's go.
I definitely feel like this could have been something that would have been very beautiful, something that could have been grown, blossom had it. I don't like I said, I don't know how it would have like how you would have really did that. They would have really had to get some organizers together, kind of like the events that Issa was doing at the end of Insecure, where she was just getting, somebody that you have an organizer and you have the people, which they had a team that was doing something, but I feel like it just got so big they didn't know how to mandate or how to handle it. And I feel like that would have come through the community more so, like
Right.
going through the community, which we can talk about, what that developed into over time, but then also more so, I guess, development with getting with the, I guess, maybe the political leaders. I don't know truthfully how that would have had to go, like what permits, what things you need to actually continue or to make that, because like I said, it wasn't slowing down. It's we talking about it began in 83. I never knew that. I thought it
I
began,
thought it was 90s.
I thought it was mid 90s. I didn't know it went back that far. So it's kind of crazy. I'm curious how many people know the history that far.
Yeah. I think like when you think of like Essence Fest, because Essence
Mhm.
Fest in New Orleans, and it's like a weekend thing to where you have different events happening. So
Mhm.
if you have something like that to where you give people different things to activities to look at, stuff like for food trucks, local businesses, Black owned businesses and things like that, just to break it out to where you don't have just a bunch of chaos. I think organizing it, you could possibly create something similar to Freaknik, but a lot of folks that was like involved originally, they was just like, nah, just let it die. But I feel like looking at this documentary, do you actually think in this day and age you can even get anything close to that? Because back then they weren't worried about, like they said, like likes, follows. Nobody was recording stuff like that. You get numbers, you didn't even know who number you was getting.
Yeah.
But like right now, you got people out here like clout chasing like crazy, and it's just
I mean, so back then, I don't think people were cloud chasing, but people
oh
were still recording and they was taking wild pictures. And this documentary is tame compared to what they really could have
right,
shown. Because we get on Twitter, we see, I'm like, whoa, it's complete. Now, I'm not saying I'm talking about back then, like the stuff that they were doing
yeah.
back in the day. It was wild. It was crazy. Um,
But
but
then
I don't know. Like I said, with something like this, I don't think it would be, because people today, they're I'm not saying they weren't like that then, but people today are just they're so aggressive. Like, just imagine going to Atlanta in April and you just see 30 niggas pull up with shiesty mask
I'm
on.
going home.
They got gun. They have guns they can't hold. They can barely hold, pants hanging down, and this is what you seeing the entire time. I'm out here trying to have a good time. I'm mingling with the women. I'm kicking it with the dudes. Like, the closest we get to stuff like this is when homecoming happens.
yeah,
Well, for me, it's typical. No, not the my college home. I mean, got no. They ain't, I don't know what the fuck that is when they call it homecoming. But when I go back home and I go kick it, you go on these black colleges or anything, you see the family. Nobody's out here trying to be aggressive. Everybody's out here just having a good time. We playing the sport, football, basketball, you doing all these different things. People with their family, they got kids. I mean, they had kids. It's a college event. So I was looking at this, I said, shit, the people that started this in 83, shit, they probably was done with this shit around 87. Cause I'm probably, whether I'm a freshman or a senior in 10 years, why am I still involved with this?
I mean, but
I'm done with this.
if you on the board, like you're seeing something that you had your hand in creating, and you see how music had an impact, and you see how movies, even TV shows, they was just like, oh, I'm going to the Freaknik. Like, nah, I'm gonna ride that shit the way the whole time, just looking around like, damn, I
I
was a
would be,
part of this.
but when it comes to something like that, I would be trying to pass it to somebody to, like, it's because when it comes to, what I think, another issue I feel like with not just this, but anything that we have, people get too old with certain stuff. And it's like, you should be grooming somebody, teaching somebody, passing this to somebody. Like
Or at
that,
least,
like say it
like,
again.
or at least elevating it. They just was out there, nothing,
Eh,
nothing organized, nothing. Like we go out here, and we don't know where we going because we don't got GPS. Like,
Yeah, it was great.
Bruh. Yo, Nick, I'm looking at Too Short. So first off, Jazz, you know where Too Short from?
Yeah, he from Digital Underground.
No, I'm no 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 no
mm-mm.
no no. I'm saying where what city is he from? Do you know what
Oh,
city he's
I
from?
don't know.
Okay, got you. So growing up, I always thought he was from Detroit. Like I don't know what it is about. I know, but whatever. I always thought it was like him, E40 for some. I thought all them niggas was from Detroit until like we was in high school. They had these little. They started teaching people what people not teaching, but they had the. I'm from this the city I'm from. And they started talking about it. So he from Oakland.
Mm-hmm.
I I looked up how long it would take for a nigga from Oakland to get to Atlanta. It would take
Oh,
36 hours, bro.
hell no, not for
And
them
I'm
two.
just and come on, I'm just thinking back in the day, how many niggas was buying tickets to go to something like this,
Oh, they was road tripping.
bruh?
They all
Could
got in
y'all
the car.
could you and your best homegirls 36 hours to kick
Listen,
it? Could
back
you imagine?
in the early '90s, hell yeah, let's go. I mean, but we're
Kendall, what
looking
about you?
at it from like the point of view of where we're at now. Like that sounds dreadful as hell right now, but like in the '90s, when you just like this is a major event happening and it's gonna be so many people there, you're not gonna
Oh
go.
shit! They should make.
I
Hey,
would, I would.
we
That's
should
what I'm
make a
I,
movie.
saying.
We
whole
should make a
event,
movie about
like the
that.
whole thing. Like we're gonna go sightsee. We're gonna do this and that while we're traveling this way. I would have it
I
all planned. Yeah.
I can see you sitting. I can see you sitting there long, Kendall.
You're right about that, but that's why that's why I said we're making stops, multiple.
So,
It's gonna take
so
more than
for see
hours.
see somebody like me, that's something I'm into. I'm into the road trip, getting into the car, packing up, RV van, and we just going and we, I'm used to that big tour, but the bus we used to take. You just get into the bus, the whole family, the whole church trip, and we on the bus and we just packing it up and we just going. But man, yeah, now 36 hours.
You
That
can't
shit
think
sounds
of it like that.
asinine.
You can't think of it like that. You thinking about what's on the end of that trip. You like,
Right.
look, it's gonna be a good time. We about to be partying. They ain't even thinking about where they staying at. They don't care about that. They just trying to get there.
Mhm.
Bruh.
Yeah, they was
So
coming up, have no place to live and
yeah,
sleep. Nothing. Like what?
they just
Bruh,
slept
that
in the
speak
cars.
speaking of Detroit, what's my man's from the Fab Five? Jalen Rose? Jalen Rose.
Yeah, man.
This nigga said he was sleeping on the floor of a rim
The rim
shop
shop.
to
Now,
kick
is it
it.
that deep though? Is it that deep to do
I,
that? I don't
I,
know.
bro, I couldn't imagine like, but that also lets you know the times, because I couldn't imagine getting in a car and not knowing where I'm gonna lay my head and just going.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't even imagine that. What was what was the hygiene during this time? Like, what was y'all like? Because
Oh,
if you
know
not worried
it's
about your sleep, like, how you washing your ass, brushing your teeth?
Niggas
Niggas
was
just out there
musty.
kicking it.
they funky with their
Niggas,
shirts off. Ugh.
And you know it was hot.
Yeah. You know it was.
Atlanta, hot
And they
Atlanta.
got taco meat all over their chest. Ugh.
Oh
Yeah,
God.
it was.
Whoa.
Ugh.
We not
My
coming
bad.
for the we not coming for the
My
taco
bad.
chance because we here. We out here.
Jason,
We out here.
don't say no more, please. But I do
My
want to
bad.
correct myself. Too Short was not in the Digital Underground. I was wrong.
I see.
Yeah.
I was just going for what city he was from. That's it. I wasn't going for what group.
It's somebody out
What
there was
group?
just like, he is not in Digital
Yeah, Tupac.
Underground. You said what?
Tupac. That's
Yeah,
Tupac.
Tupac was in Digital Underground.
Yeah.
He was. He was. Oh man. Let me see. But then we started talking about the influence that the Freaknik began to have. Well, the early influence that it began to have. Then you see things like, like say School Days was something that popped up. You also had like you said, a different
A different
world
world.
that came up. I'm kind of shocked that we don't have more black movies centered. Do we even have a black movie centered around the Freaknik? Like, I feel like that would be a pretty dope movie. Like, say you have all these different events of people like going to Woodstock and people going to all these big events or big worldly events. But I think a movie surrounding like people going to the Freaknik would actually be a pretty dope movie, a pretty dope black movie that we
Like
could
Get on the Bus.
something similar, some similar like get on the wait, hold on, wait.
Isn't it called Get on the Bus? They've gone to a civil rights.
Nah,
Yeah.
hell no, not that. I wasn't talking about that though. I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about like what's the other one with
Ride.
Ryan?
Oh yeah, like Ride. Okay.
Yo.
Get on the bus. Hey,
Hey,
I remember watching it like, man, this ain't type of shit I want to watch.
This is not making me feel good. Is that Dresser? Yep. That was no. No, I don't think he was in. No, he wasn't on there. It was the other tall, light skinned dude. I can't think of him.
She said they used to grab all the same light skinned people,
Y'all looking
huh? But School Days, are y'all familiar with that?
I love that movie.
I am, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen it all the way through. I've seen bits and pieces.
It's really good.
It's really good. Yeah. It goes through like every aspect of like Black college life, like every single facet. It's really good.
Is there a recent? Well, they had that movie Sands.
Burning Sands. I hate it.
Burning Sands. That's more so like the Greek side of it. And you also got the movie with Chris Brown and
Stomp the Yard.
Stomp the Yard. You have that, but do we have just like a black college movie? Like that gives you the college life, the college experience, but it's more of a feel good versus
higher learning. Oh, wait, you said good.
Yo, why is every movie you saying triggering?
What she say?
Higher learning.
Higher learning.
My bad. You said good feeling.
I'm saying like a good feel good black college movie because it's not like I get you want to educate, you want to teach and show the students different things, but we don't, you know what I'm saying? Like where is that at? I can't even
think.
That's kind of crazy to think about.
Not
even. Who is that?
I said that's kind of sad that we don't have one that's just a feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
That's crazy. Now that I think about it. But of course, different world. That was kind of dope to see. And I can only kind of like what you said, Jazz. I can imagine if I was a 21-year-old and I'm watching TV and Bill Cosby has written about my picnic in the 80s, you probably would think of it differently. I'm just saying. In the 80s, you would think of it different if Bill Cosby was talking about you. Maybe not today. But just imagine, you can watch the TV like, oh shit, like this is something we just made because we was bored and we couldn't go home.
Right.
Like I'm literally just thinking I'm running around my house. I live next door to a college, so I'm running on campus. And I'm like, damn. I used to think about that all the time. Like some people can't go home. So what do they do when they not like, why wouldn't they? Should actually, you would think more people would come together and do something like that. But I don't know what campus life. I've never lived on campus to even know what that life is like to be able to even say.
I mean, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying it was fun for me when I was on campus.
Campus life can be lit, and then of course, like on weekends and then spring break, everybody goes home, so it's not much to do, and a lot of the places probably are closed. So, I mean, I never stayed on campus during spring break. The fuck I look like. But if it was something happening.
What you do, Jess?
What did I? Oh, I probably traveled somewhere.
You for sure have at least 4 or 5 years documented of what you did. What did we do? What did you do on spring break?
Documented? Nah, Jason. I was smart back then. Document shit.
So what you mean? You didn't. So when I say documented, you did it. So you could actually say, "Oh, I went to XYZ for spring break." So this is okay. So this is how I went when I was in college. I went to Disney World. Jazz, what about you? What did you do in college?
I was chilling. I ain't going to damn Disney World. Like, I was either working or went on a cruise. I don't know. That was kind of a long time ago, Jason.
I mean, we're on the same age, so
Are we?
Yes.
Are y'all?
Yes. Yes.
29.
I don't know why she be. I don't know why she. So if that's the fact, you're 29. It really ain't that long ago. It's at least 5 years.
So blurry, you know.
What about you, Kendall? When you was on spring break, what was your spring breaks like?
I was chilling, same as Jazz, just chilling. I was chilling. Yeah, like
Gotcha.
living like you hang out. I was chilling. I was having fun. That's it. Or I think one time I just stayed on campus and took classes. Just one time because I didn't want to go home. That was it. I don't know. That was only once. So yeah, it was boring as hell. So yeah.
That's something I wish I did. I did have that college experience, like to have the full college experience staying on campus, because I know it's completely different. But then you also get to have that camaraderie, that family with people, which I built with people, but it was just more so just on my own, just walking around campus and just doing whatever I was doing.
I'll
Fashion.
Say, sorry to cut you off, Jason. I'll say, like, even watching this, because I went to an HBCU my freshman year, and the vibes was just so great. Like, HBCU experience is definitely one I'm glad I was able to experience, because you can't just walk around campus and see somebody that look like you, whether it's a teacher, other students, and things like that. And so I thought it was dope how they just showed so much love and respect for the city of Atlanta. I'm not too much of a fan of the city, but I get the love from it. And I think my hatred, well, it's not hatred, my dislike for Atlanta is because, like, all through school, everybody was like, I'm going to move out of here and I'm going to move to Atlanta. It's like, it's other places to go, y'all.
I think that's
to Atlanta too much. I go somewhere else now. Yeah. I don't ever go back.
Yeah, he said, friend, he's like, man, we can go to Atlanta. I'm like, no, let's go somewhere else. We ain't gotta go to Atlanta, my bro. Like, you going to Atlanta again? Oh, I'm cool. You can skip me on this one. I'll wait. Now he hitting Houston like crazy. I'm like, bro, we've been to Houston enough. Like, let's go to get on the plane. Let's get to Cali or something. Let's do something.
I need to go to Houston.
Let's do something. I forget you haven't been.
But I went to Dallas twice.
How is it?
It's all right.
You're not selling me. Like, first your face and then your reaction. Nah,
that's what I'm saying. Y'all not see. That's what I'm saying. I tried to get Jazz to sell. You're not selling spring break. Kendall ain't selling Dallas for me. I know about Dallas though, so I can tell you about Dallas myself.
Yeah, like I don't think I went to party like that. So I think I didn't experience it the way I was supposed to. That's why I'm like, it's cool. So,
but fashion. So, Black people, they're gonna come in the best fashion at any point. Did you guys have some outfits or some styles that you guys would have been into back in the day that you may even do today? Possibly. I don't know.
I mean, the booty shorts long live forever. Like,
Daisy Dukes.
Daisy Dukes. I'm so embarrassed. I didn't know that was meant from Daisy Duke from the Dukes of Hazzard. Like that. I never put that together.
Did you watch that show?
I watched it enough to know.
Like Walker, Texas Ranger.
Chill out. Don't disrespect Walker like that. Don't disrespect Cordell Walker like that. What you gonna say, Kendall?
Huh?
What you was gonna say?
Oh, I said, what's that? I've never seen
that. This something me and my grandma used to watch. But yeah, man, like Daisy Dukes, like kind of like I said, they got the coochie cutters, which they cool, but I like a little mystique, as they like to say. So the booty shorts would have been enough for a young brother like me. Women out here, they looking good, and I guess the other thing within that, it was saying that back then it was just a natural body, so you're just dealing with just everybody, all shapes and sizes, as opposed to everybody having this one shape or size that they're trying to obtain. So I probably wouldn't want to an event like this today. No way. But when you think about it, Kendall, I've gone to a festival with both of y'all. Now it wasn't it wasn't people out there just wild and going crazy, but I do feel like it was. Did that kind of give you the same kind of vibe almost to a certain extent? Like if it's an event that was happening, would that be something that you would go to?
Yeah, I would go there. I like my festival experience. I really did. I don't know if it's like similar to what Freaknik was, but I think it
Yeah,
was a little bit more organized. It wasn't. Were they shaking? Was they twerking out there? I don't remember.
I got me some twerks. I don't know about nobody else. I got me some twerks.
I don't remember. Oh yeah, it did. It did get like that one night. Yeah, it did. Like that one night. Yeah.
I mean, so it just all depends on the vibe, the music that's
Yeah.
going. But I'm always for the feel good, having the feel good, the fun, the enjoying the people that's around. What about you, Jazz?
Yeah, I definitely love the festival vibes for sure. And plus, you got it spaced out. Now, I'm
Mm-hmm.
not sure, excuse me, if you're gonna have like 200,000 people, you got enough land for all of those people? That'll be crazy. But
Mhm.
I mean, when you have vendors doing stuff, and then you got like little play boat, jumpy houses for kids and stuff like that. I mean, like you said, like a family feel good type of event. And then at night, if you still got stuff going on, then that's the adult crowd. We're gonna still keep it safe, but get them kids out of here. That bouncy house is now getting deflated. And you can have your twerking and all of that.
They can
Long
twerk
as
in the house.
listen, I'm not putting my niece in a bouncy house where a chick is in there twerking. I'm be like, nah, sis, no. This is for the kids.
Maybe we can have the adult section and the kids section. We can have it. You know what I'm saying?
I'll just
That's too
adult
much.
at night. Yeah. That's it.
I'm just saying, so because I'm saying that at these festivals, they typically have a VIP section and a regular section anyway. So why not be able to make part of it for adults and part of it for kids?
Would
You
you
got if you
actually
bring it in for your kids.
would you want, because I'm assuming alcohol is going to be sold, would you want adults that's drinking alcohol in a bouncy house? Because soon as one of them throw up, you got to go clean that shit up.
Oh,
So right, see, this
that's
is
not
why it's good to have a
right.
committee so people can throw out
So,
them ideas.
but in that situation, you can have somebody in front of it manning the station to be like, yeah, nah, you're a little too toasted. You can't get in here.
Jason,
What
I'm trying to prevent you from cleaning up a mess. Don't
I
put
mean,
the motherfuckers in no bouncy
That's
house.
so
somebody
I mean,
throw up.
a kid can throw up. My daughter literally threw up all last night. So I mean, that's just a part of life. What can you say or do? Anybody can throw up.
Imagine somebody throws up in a bounce house and I'm in a bounce house. I'm gonna throw up too. So just throw
Like the chances of an adult going up and down that's been drinking, no.
It's gonna be throw up on the ceiling.
Oh my God, so gross.
It is.
You're gonna be looking like Scary Movie 2 around here.
Ew.
A lot less white, but how did y'all feel about some of the guests within this documentary? I didn't understand why 21 Savage was in this outside of him having a Freaknik event, but him talking about it, like, wasn't he in the UK in the 90s?
But also he was a kid. Like he couldn't have experienced it anyway.
Right. I just felt like he was just so out of place for this.
I believe is more so because he hosts a Freaknik now. Like I don't know if he does it every year, but for like in a few years ago, he hosted a Freaknik for his birthday. So he threw a party that he felt, you know, was to celebrate what it was. And I don't know how long he was in the UK and when he came to the States, but I mean, he from Atlanta, so sometimes you hear about stuff, you experience stuff. So
Is he?
I
You say he's from Atlanta?
He's from the UK.
Yeah.
He's from the UK, but he moved to Atlanta when he was young.
Okay.
This man was born in 92.
Okay.
So Freaknik was kind of like on its way out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Even though the best year that they said was 94. So 21 was probably eating beans.
Mm-hmm.
And 2. So like how you sitting here like Freak? I don't know. He just seemed so out of place to me.
I don't when it comes to this, I don't know who I wanted them to talk to. I mean, it felt like they would have gotten a lot of people that was just from Atlanta. Outside of like the organizers, because like I'm looking I'm I'm looking at Mark Lamont Hill. I was trying to figure out why he was on this documentary.
Because he always on stuff. You
You
know
know,
who was like out of place to me? Rashida. Like, why was she?
Like,
I know
you didn't like Rashida?
like, so what? Like, I was like, so what? Why? Who cares?
she from Atlanta. She knew
Right.
that. She knew she was Atlanta up and coming during that time. Like she was. Well, I don't.
Coming.
How old?
She was
How
at
old
work,
is
Jason.
Rashida?
Rashida was at work. She was working where the ladies was getting their swag for Freaknik. So I don't know. She was rapping.
Fuck that. How old is Rashida? No, because Rashida first song in early 2000s. So how old was she in 90?
It take a while to get put on, I guess, especially in the 90s. And they weren't even playing rap music on the radio, which is kind of crazy to even think about.
Yeah. I didn't know.
But that's typically how radio is. Like when you're from that city, it happens all the time. Like they're not playing the local, they're not playing local, they playing what's hot, the popular radio stuff.
Yeah, they do that here. All Detroit on the radio.
That's wild. But then I thought it was because like the radio station played R&B, so that would have been my vibe. 90s R&B all day, every day. Yep.
Okay, so
that made Freaknik so much more sexy.
So Rashida was 18 in 94.
Somebody, hey, she on somebody's camera. They got you, sis.
I mean, she said she was out there, so she knew. She knew.
Yeah. Some videos in the vault somewhere. Look at her. You can see her in not one of those videos, so she want to talk about it.
Yeah, now they scrubbed out them.
She on somebody blank or tape in somebody's basement in a box.
Harry, she is.
but in the 90s, this is when I guess the Atlanta rap scene began to emerge. But then you kind of see like Outkast. You see, of course, Jermaine Dupri. He was like one of the first on the scene because he was managing or he was on another, dealing with some other kind of label, and he was just moving around a lot. So that's why he was well known with super popular. And then of course he broke through Crisscross. Then of course he had Escape, the Brat. So it was kind of dope to see his impact. So what did you think of Jermaine Dupri's impact in Atlanta, but also on, I guess, the Freaknik? Kindahl?
I didn't know he had any impact. Like I didn't. That was news to me. Like I really don't care for Jermaine Dupri. So
why is that? With some stuff he's done, or
no, I just don't care for him. I don't know. He's short. He's bald. I don't think he gave us Bow Wow and the Brat.
Escape?
Oh, and Escape. Okay. Well, yeah, but like Bow Wow and the Brat.
Crisscross?
Oh, I used to love Crisscross. Oh my God. Okay, maybe I should care about Jermaine Dupri. Yeah, but I didn't know he had any type of influence or anything. So that was news to me.
Okay.
Did I care? No. But yeah, it was nice to know.
Jazz, what about you?
I didn't know his impact either, but I thought it was very interesting because you see where he came up, and I was just like, damn, okay, his hand was mixed into a lot. Like 21 Savage said, Jermaine Dupri was the Diddy of Atlanta, and who else did he say? The Dr. Dre of Atlanta. And I'm sitting here like, 21,
For real.
do something for me. Get the fuck off this dock. Like, why are you here? I couldn't get nobody else.
Who would you have liked to see talk about this?
So, I probably would have tried to get Ludacris.
Mm-hmm.
Or trying to think of
See,
another.
my thing. So Ludacris would have been around it, but he would have been young too. So him and Rashida, he probably younger than Rashida. So it would have been kind of tough for Luda to even be around at that point, I think.
It just looked like it was really hard for them to get people.
I truly think they were just trying to get people from Atlanta. Like, I think they were just trying to get people from Atlanta, and then of course the bigger celebrities from other places that came. So you had like Too Short from Oakland or Jalen Rose from Detroit. When they started gathering those people.
I mean, it's best to get those folks, because how do you make a documentary about something that was such an impact in that city and not get anybody from that city? I'd be like, all right, like what the hell is going on?
Or they could have. My bad. I'm sorry.
So what'd you say?
They could have got like people that actually like experienced it. Like, get some locals. Come on out.
Yeah. I mean, they had some.
Get the guy with Gary Chest.
I'm curious how
the light skinned dude.
How difficult that.
Like that.
Wait, say that again.
I said, get the guy who had like the really hairy chest and the light skinned dude. They just like showed on the camera for some reason.
Jazz, you gotta stop. Jazz, you need to stop that anti hairy chest thing.
I don't even think about that shit.
It's a thing.
Yeah, that can stay over there. But I'm curious how long it actually took them to find people to actually want to talk about their experience. Because we obviously had a few people that was out there. One lady, she was I think she went to Spelman. She went to one of the schools and she was just talking about her experience. So, I mean, it was a lady when they mentioned this dropping that went on TikTok. She was like, "Now look, y'all, this doc coming out. If you see somebody you know, just understand Freaknik was a thing." And then everybody was just like, "Hope my aunt or mama not on no damn video." I thought the footage was going to be a lot more Wilder. Provocative. Yes. Mm-hmm. But I'm glad that it wasn't.
Yeah. It was enough.
Jason's like, nah, I want to see all that shit.
So if you're gonna tell the story, tell it right. You gotta take the good, the bad, and the ugly. So yeah, all this should have been in there.
They were showing dicks out there though.
They was definitely showing dicks out there.
They do that on Beale Street, on Bourbon Street.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bourbon Street. I feel like you need a movie around that outside of Girls Trip. Now they get wild out there.
They got wild. They got wild in the movie.
Yeah. But it's different from watching the movie and then seeing it.
Oh, you mean like a documentary?
You know all them people in that movie though. You remember that part on Girls Trip? They do that.
Do what?
I didn't see none of that when I was down there.
Man,
but I believe it.
Yeah. What happened?
When
Jada.
Will Smith's wife, what's her name?
Jada.
Yeah. When she did her part where she was like, what if she ziplining or something?
Yeah, and she peed
on everybody.
I'm sure that has happened somewhere in the world. So I'm pretty sure I've been somewhere somebody vomited on the roller coaster. So yeah, it's things happen. That's just, I think that's just common. Now peeing, maybe not, but vomiting, yeah. So
do you fight him if they get on you? After the ride?
You said what?
Do you fight them?
Do I look for them?
Fight them.
I couldn't even imagine. I can't even imagine that. Like, who did this? What's wrong with it?
No, you don't know who did it.
You sitting there watching it.
Like,
right. You don't know.
Like when you said that, I thought you meant you were on a roller coaster with them and then they threw up and then they got on you. You talking about just walking past and that shit just get on you?
Yeah, you just spectating it happen. I've seen things fall off of rides and yeah, I've never seen anything tragic happen, but yeah, nah, that's a thing.
A roller coaster and somebody throw up on me, I'm shooting everybody because like that's so gross.
That's wild.
Mm-mm.
um, um, but man, Atlanta is different even from what it was back then, which you kind of see. I guess is what the Olympics be considered gentrification? Like, because I think they changed the city based on that event, like what that event was going to bring for the city, which I'm not gonna sit here and say I can blame them in that. Like, look, I
Yeah.
I understand, I get it, niggas, but niggas be for real, like be fucking for real.
It's a lot of money coming into the city, like the Olympics and people coming from around the world. So it's just like when you got some rich company coming over, you need to clean up your fucking house. So I mean, yeah, I'm with you. Like, we got to make sure, that construction that we've been sitting on for 6 years, yeah, we need that done in 2 weeks, so it don't hold up too much traffic. So I mean, I feel like any city does that. Like, wherever you at, if you got a major event coming, they're gonna clean the city up if they have the funding.
Yeah.
You said what? You said what happened?
That's what Kwame Kilpatrick did up here. What was it, a football game or something? It was something. He cleaned it up real quick. He built like some stupid ass arches on the on the highway to like, so when you come in, you see it like, ooh, welcome. It was stupid.
You sit back like, wait, where was all this funding prior to this event? Because that pothole's been there for 6 years, but now y'all want to fix it. So.
Man, that's the crazy thing. What motivates government officials to then, now let's clean it up, let's fix it, let's get it together.
It's the same thing that motivate everybody. Money.
Money is a great money.
Mm-hmm. But like I said, in the 90s, it kind of the Freaknik kind of it took a wild turn. So you got Uncle Luke in this documentary, which I truthfully thought this stemmed from him. That's why I thought this came from. I always thought it was surrounded around him, the Two Live Crew, and whatever movement, but I never understood why they didn't do something in Florida, which it also I kind of felt the way because he kept on saying this was ours, but I'm like, bro, you're from a completely different city. Why don't y'all do something down in Florida where y'all can get a lot of black people together and do it there? Whether y'all make it like it could have turned into just like a we're doing it here this year, just like any other festivals we in Miami this year, or whatever the city may be. Then we in Atlanta, now we in DC, whatever that would have been.
So only reason why I don't think that would work is because you think about how news traveled and word of mouth. You didn't have the internet telling you where this was going to be. So you had to be like, it was going to be in Atlanta. It was going to be this weekend. Tell everybody that you get on the phone or something like that. Send them a letter in the mail. So like switching every year to a different city. Oh, hell no. In 93, Jason, man, you end up going to thinking it's right. You end up thinking it's in Atlanta that year, but it's actually in DC and you drove 36 hours.
I would be so high.
Yeah, that would have been kind of wild, man. You'd be like, damn, what the? So y'all want to keep going, bitch? Turn this car around.
That's what you say, no. But Florida had like Daytona and all of that, so Florida kind of had its big major spring break event, and it was just that's where the white folks went. And ain't no HBCUs in Florida like it is alone, like in Atlanta. You got 4 right beside each other. So
yeah. Which was kind of interesting because I see it today in Miami. They have like the commercials they pushing now. It's like, don't come to here, don't come to Florida for spring break. Like, no, we're not accepting it. We're not going for it, which I understand because it's elevated to something different. When you start allowing kids to drive their own car, now you have people that can bring any kind of country band with them. And like stuff like that I'm automatically already checking out because I'm like, yeah, nah. Because I know what I'm going to do in a situation like that, but I don't know what everybody else will do. in something like that. So I probably like, it would have probably been something cool in the beginning to experience, but in today's times, I definitely would not if it unless it was heavily secured. You know what I mean? These
Right.
events, they didn't like that was just us out there doing something and we kicking it. And I don't even know how that was eaten because it comes to find out like the stores and the places in the area was closing. They weren't allowing them to sleep in these hotels. They weren't allowing them to come into their businesses to get food. So I really don't know what was the point in this.
I mean,
Like after like in the 90s at least.
you had the old heads out there grilling, and they was like selling hot dogs and stuff like that.
They was keeping
Now,
it up.
right now, I'm sure when it got to like 100,000 people, it's like, all right, my nigga, I
Yeah.
ain't got enough dogs for y'all.
Hot dog. What you do?
Bruh. Like I can't even imagine. But like I said, that's when they said people was putting together tables and things, and they was coming out there selling t-shirts, videos and stuff like that. But like it's like, damn, just trying to have 100,000 people in a certain area is like, bruh, this is out of control. This is out of control. Huh.
Yeah.
But of course, like I said, we talk about the gotta get into the ugly. Unfortunately, in this, we do have one lady in the documentary. Kind of, you said you wanted a spectator, Jazz, so they did have a spectator, someone in the event who unfortunately was stripped out of her clothes. In an incident, I don't know what her friend jumped out the car for what reason
Her
again.
purse. She was trying to, because somebody took her purse, and so she went to the crowd. I'm not exactly sure how you were gonna find who took your purse outside of that crowd, but when you upset, you just like, maybe I seen one of them walk to the car. I have no idea.
Yeah, so her friend jumped out. She was the driver, and the friend was on the passenger seat. So she was trying to keep somebody from getting into the car. She was fighting him. But as she was fighting him, some guys opened up her door and pulled her out the car. Um, and they began to strip her down, strip her naked. Um, and I don't think this was the beginning, but this was one of those times where people started to feel the energy of the event wasn't the same energy that it was on years ago. Kindahl, have you ever been or gone to something where the energy has shifted or changed at an event that you were just like, man, I remember this is this way, but now I don't even want to be there no more.
Oh shoot, what was it? I can't think of it right now. Pass. I can't think of it right now.
What about you, Jazz?
Um, I'm trying to think of a consistent thing that I went to where the
Yeah.
energy changed. Cause like the biggest thing that I remember is going to A&T's homecoming. The energy didn't change at all. It was always dope. Probably will always be one of the best homecomings I've ever been to. Shout out to the Aggies. And the Spartans. Don't nobody fuck with them though. But nah, that's the only thing. Unless nah, I don't want to say CIAA because that was always lit too. So I always try to any kind of event. I make sure the safety. Me personally, my number one focus is like, it's a safe situation, because sometimes you roll up places you like, nah, that shit looks sketch.
Yeah, no.
That could be any club.
It was a few when I was in high school, they used to have these like no ID parties. That was pretty cool. And it was cool because it was just like a lot of at first it was just we used to go to this skating ring called Skate Odyssey. After we got into like high school, like after you got like freshman year, it was like, all right, we're getting a little to be here. Typically it's just like middle school people at these events. So they started doing these no ID parties. So we started going to a no ID party. I'm like, man, this is fun. We kicking it. It's the same people that we was at the skating ring with, but now they, more closer to our age, in their situation more around it. But then you start seeing older fellas. Like it's like, damn, hold on, like you graduated from school. It's been a minute. Why are you here? Like around the women that we around. in this situation. So you got stuff like that began to happen, but then you start seeing more people begin to start claim they in gangs, or begin to be on some animosity. People start fighting, or people start buying drinks, and I'm like, I know this ain't the same type of event. So it's just like, yeah, I'd rather not, because the risk isn't the reward isn't worth the risk of having these events. So yeah, it was something that stopped entertaining when I was younger, because it just really wasn't worth it. Not
Yeah.
until they started having like I got in college, it was a little bit different. I mean, almost same situation, because you start going to events and you start seeing the old heads pop up. Like, damn, why the old heads here? Like, damn, like y'all niggas don't. Y'all should be graduated, go kick it with your family. But it's like, homecoming. You kind of have a leeway in that situation, because a little bit old. It's like, all right, I get it. Going to the Greek show, maybe at the party for maybe the first hour, you got to dip. You know what I mean? Like you you gotta go. Like, you shouldn't be at the party dancing with the freshmen. Like, that's kind of wild to me.
Yeah, that's definitely wild. But they also said, like, because Freaknik started out with college students, and then you started getting 30 and 40-year-olds showing up, and then all of these people, so where you got a different kind of group. So I'm like, if it would have stayed as college students, I think it would have been able to last longer. So like the old heads came and fucked it up, and the energy changed more predatorial, like they mentioned in the documentary. It's just like, bruh.
Yeah, a lot of pedos started showing up.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I've never understood that. Like, when people they like the young women. Like, when people start saying that, I instantly kind of separate myself, because it's like, bro, it's kind of weird. It's super weird.
Because why? Why do you want?
I remember I was a freshman in high school, and I wouldn't date this girl that was younger than me, because I was just like, yeah, that's kind of weird. No, like, Yeah. So I can only imagine niggas in their 30s, 40s looking at these college girls, what they thinking, what they saying. But niggas be perverted anyway. So,
I can't think of that movie. What is that movie with the white guy? He said, I like high school girls. Oh, I can't think of what that movie was. It was the guy
American
who just
Beauty?
won.
Oh no.
Huh?
American Beauty?
Was it?
With Kevin Spacey.
It was like was it Kevin Spacey? It was like a dude. He was hanging out with all these high schoolers, and that was like his friend base. It was like supposed to be like shot in the 70s. I can't think of what it was. I think, what is that white guy's name?
I don't know.
It'll come to you. It'll come to you.
Who played Oppenheimer?
No,
it wasn't him. It wasn't him. It wasn't him.
Cillian Murphy played Oppenheimer.
But one of the guys just got an Oscar. He just won an Oscar. He was in it. I can't think of what it is. Yeah.
Robert Downey?
I think he likes him young in real life, but that's not. That wasn't
Leonardo DiCaprio.
He likes young in real life too, but he wasn't him.
Leo says she has to be 25.
But so, of course, like I said, we just talked about the negative side of how it became predatorial, but prior to that, it did seem as if it was giving women is it agency of her body? Is that the proper way to say that? Before that, because it allowed women to, because more so when women went into the situation, or when they went to the Freaknik, they kind of already had the mindset of what the type of woman they wanted to be, or the type of woman they wanted to appear, I guess. Is that proper in that? Because if they wanted to wear the booty shorts, they were able to do, or they could be, go ahead.
It's kind of like when you've been sheltered up until college, and then you go off to college and you like, oh, I can let loose. Nobody has any restrictions. I can do whatever I want. So that's kind of like the energy that some of the women were given. They were just like, if I want to go with full clothes, cool, booty shorts, I won't get judged. But I know if I wear this to my family, they're going to say, no, you need to go change your clothes. to where you have restrictions, but at this event, there was no restriction. And when you wore stuff like that, you got attention, you do your thing, let a dude grab your booty, consent, and be like, all right, I'm cool. Twerk on them and then leave his behind there. Like, all right, did what I needed to do. So to where it was kind of basically the women were in charge of what was going on. Because they interviewed some ladies and they was just like, nah, this year, I ain't showing my breast for a picture. Show me your dick. So you had some of them. That's what they said in the documentary.
I instantly said jazz crew. In my notes, I said this would be jazz crew. Cause I'm the women I'm cool with when they in New Orleans or they on bourbon, they ain't popping. I don't think from my head they ain't, but I heard it differently. But they let me see your dick. You can take a picture. Let me see you, so let me see your dick. That's kind of wild sound bite, but yeah.
It is.
You know what? Back when COVID had us all locked down. You know what I was about to say. Back when COVID had us all locked down and we was on Twitter. I was
wild
saying
times. Wild times.
And they were sending them. So,
wild times.
It's easy. It's really easy.
I remember that.
Yes.
Hey man, hey, look. The podcast chats used to be freaky as a motherfucker, boy.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, them was the days. It's just
I think that's why a lot of relationships didn't work out neither. Niggas was having to deal with each other when the world opened back up. Niggas like, nah, I ain't fucking with this nigga no more.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't fucking.
Yeah.
He was lit when I was in quarantine, but now hell no.
Who is this motherfucker? Who is this?
Man.
That quarantine was something else, man.
It was.
Oh man.
The chat used to really be lit 24 hours. Like at night, it was crazy.
All of the every chat. I was in 100 chat. And I was in 100 chats. I'm in chats with 3 or 4 different chats with Kindahl. I'm in chats with Jazz. I'm in chat. I'm going crazy in every chat.
We had a whole chat that was just for that type of stuff. Yeah.
Oh man, 2020, baby.
We just kicked everybody out and brought them back the next morning.
Man.
Fun time. Don't bring this shit.
No, terrible times.
I want to wake up to some great alerts. Niggas woke up kicked. What the fuck is? No, welcome back, nigga. What?
Yeah.
What the? You do?
I would say chat need to be resurrected, but it might need to be like Freaknik. Just leave it gone. Leave it gone.
I mean, look. Sometimes it's best to just have memories of shit. Everything don't need a remake or reboot. Some shit you just gotta let it be in history and let it stay there. One thing I did like, since I really am into music, I enjoyed how Outkast got their kind of their rise through the Freaknik in a way. Them being able to, have a hot single, they putting it out there, but then they started to an extent they were leaking their new music that was coming out, and so you got 100,000 people in here, and just imagine that's word of mouth. Like, you got all these people in the city, so as you driving around, you hear the different music playing. Now they take this tape back to wherever city they from. They're like, hey, whenever this drop, this gonna be some heat. And then, like I said, you have the whole Dungeon family. So you kind of have, Outkast, Dungeon family, but then you have Jermaine Dupri. So you kind of see them, creating their music scene. I was interested to see what the strippers part was going to have to do with this. Because I didn't know, but because I hear like artists like Tank. He said he used to go to Atlanta back in the day around that time, and he was just saying how he had $20 and he go to the strip club and shoot. That was his get his meal and a few dances and he'd be good. But that's what they used to do. Back in the night. It was the 90s. It was the 90s. You go in there with $20 now, you can't do shit.
Wow.
You can't even get change with 20 inside the strip club now.
You know what? I still haven't been to one. I've never been to a strip club.
I mean, I think if that's something that you're into, if you're into you want to go to a man, gentleman or women
I
club?
don't know. I've never been to.
You pretty open to both.
Mm-hmm.
They do have some that has
Well,
both.
Jazz can help you.
I just know that
with
the men's strip clubs in Detroit, they just in there like jitting and like they fully clothed. They just in there dancing. That's it.
Wait.
They Nah, absolutely not.
And they're just in there just gyrating their bodies. I've seen videos. I'm like, why do y'all go there?
Nah.
Pick out. There's no butt. There's nothing. Like it's just.
Look at Jazz. Nah, that's not the energy I'm into.
Hell no. Why you got clothes on? Nah, absolutely not.
No, they was letting anybody in there.
See the thing with that is if she can throw that ass in some jeans, I know she can throw that ass in them jeans off. So, hey,
you get some ass shaking on you with jeans. I don't want no motherfucking jeans. I can't see a 6-pack. No, I want to see it. I want to feel it. No, take all your clothes off.
You want to feel what?
6-pack. All of that.
So if he had no shirt on and some rain. No, if he had on no shirt and some Wranglers, you would be good with it.
No, the jeans got to come off. Like,
why you need the jeans? What the jeans need to be out for?
I want to see them legs. Like I want.
See, that's right. Objectify them. That's
yes.
Right.
Jazz wants to be slapped in the face with it.
Nobody said that. Nobody said that. That's crazy. Like, show me that. Nah, but like,
I gotta go.
He's good at this. He's good.
Keep him.
Yo.
I can imagine. Just imagine Rush Hour 2, but it's Jazz instead of Chris Tucker in a room full of just men with their shirts off and underwear.
My God.
Make it jump. Make it jump.
Do a trick.
But anyway, yes, strip clubs.
Jazz, are you into men making their cheeks jump?
Yes.
Like
what?
So you like men twerking then?
Not to a large extent. Like if you do 5 seconds, that's enough. I don't need like a full show. Like, nah. Pick me up.
What about dick twerking?
Like,
now I'd like to see that. Throw the Monique meme in there. I'd like to see that.
Oh yeah, I can't. This an experience I would not want to see. Jazz at the strip club.
Man, listen, Vegas got a male and female strip club.
So
they had one.
So
when I went, yeah.
When you step into the building, Jazz, what do you dress like when you go into one of these events, Jazz?
Wait, to a strip club? I ain't been to a strip club in a minute, but I'm definitely wearing a dress and some heels.
Why?
Why not?
You just wish a sweat.
So you just gonna go up in there with some like a regular t-shirt and some jeans on?
I mean, I thought you may, have some comfortable, loose, you know what I mean? Not heels. I don't, typically with heels, I feel like you may be sitting, not necessarily standing. So I don't know how you can.
If I'm going into the strip club, I'm gonna assume he's gonna be able to pick me up to where I'm not gonna be walking in the heels anyway. So I'm gonna make sure I go looking good.
Oh.
So this is what they just be in there picking women up the whole night. Like that sound like a real job. Do y'all be tipping enough for them to be doing all this?
Mm-hmm. Don't walk down dark alleys. Keep doing them workouts because you look good. That's my tip.
Ooh.
No, I definitely like throwing money at them.
Mm.
So you watched that TV show, Roof? What's it called? All the
She
Queen.
don't.
Oh, she don't. Okay, because they
She
do
don't.
that in there. I just wanted to know if it was like that.
I asked her. I always ask her. She was like, I'm like, yeah, you deserve to be on there. You
She
deserve to
would
be in the
love to.
room with
You
them.
should just watch it because
It's Tyler Perry.
no, is
Oh,
it?
okay.
No, I don't
I
think
thought it
so.
was.
It's actually kind
I
of
think
too good to be Tyler Perry.
Ooh.
But I
you
think
said,
it's
are you talking about All the Queen's Men?
yeah. Is that
Hmm.
Tyler Perry?
I mean, I think he produced it, but I think Christian Keys writes it.
Okay, see, that's why.
I think anyway.
Nah, Christian Keys created it. It's written by Tyler Perry. So I'll watch it on
Okay,
mute.
so
Never.
eh,
Just watch it
eh,
on mute. Yeah, I would.
yeah,
Actually,
because they
I
are.
love it. So,
Oh yeah, they be doing a bit. They be doing it. It's like Scandal. No, it's like How to Get Away with Murder, but with strippers.
God, I can't go back to that. I got to take a break from anything like that. That show did not end well. Yeah, I'm about 5 years late, but
mm-mm.
um,
Tyler Perry still needs to go to hell. All right, I just need to say that. All right, prison, jail, all of those. Burned alive. No, I can't say that. Everything else.
but with like I said, with the Freaknik, man. So like I said, the Olympics, Atlanta was picked to do the host the Olympics. So of course when this Olympics time, we just talked about, how they began to try to clean up the city to make it more presentable for the guests that they're about to kind of hold, which makes sense. Like I said, when it comes to it, a lot of economic wealth will probably come to the city. Now, where is that wealth going to go to? Probably not to the inner cities, but the city itself is going to begin to expand and grow. And you kind of see how they began to treat the people that came during the Freaknik like they were blocking the exits, so they had to just drive kind of just all the way out the way to get to anything, unable to get back to the actual picnic. So it was just, they said Atlanta traffic is crazy, but during that time, traffic was insane. Which,
yeah.
like I said, which makes sense. Like I said, there's no GPS. Some people had cell phones, some people didn't. But what did y'all think about this moment, Jazz?
I mean, if you're gonna be in traffic the whole time, it defeats the purpose. And they weren't able to actually go into the city. So I think the way that their local government set that up was to agitate the people coming into the city to where if something were to happen, you can blame that incident on why you have to shut it down. Which you had an incident happen. It's just like, well, it's not safe anymore. Like the individual that was speaking, he said, we wanted to try to do something to make sure we can keep it, but it's still safe. You block all the exits, people in traffic for like hours on end. So it's just, you kind of, I guess, letting the pot boil over for something to happen and then use that excuse. So kind of like Namor.
To an extent. To an extent. What about you, Kendall?
I thought it was genius. If it's one way to get niggas away, it's that. It's that. It was genius.
Leave
Like,
niggas in traffic.
yeah, I'm never coming back here.
Right.
Never. And now what do people know? They don't want to drive in Atlanta, right? Now I hear that I don't want to drive in Atlanta. Traffic's terrible. Like that's how you keep people out.
Yeah.
Certain people out. So I thought it was genius. They did that. They did that.
They
Now was it? Yeah, they did. It was genius and evil, but yeah, that's the government. So, yeah.
Exactly.
Smart though, smart.
Yeah. And like I said, you kind of see, but then you can start seeing the within the people and the attitudes just based on the videos they were showing, because they was just like, man, it's not even like what it used to be. It's just heavily trafficked. People are too aggressive nowadays. It's older people. It's not even college students. But then they even did the graphic of the people that were in trouble. And they said that none of these people were college age students. that was getting in trouble. So it's like, damn, it's kind of crazy. Not to say I don't, you know, I don't. People in college do some crazy shit, but like for it to only be just the older people, that's kind of wild. Within that, because it's like, damn, why wouldn't you have some kind of um
restraint.
tact restraint to be able to not, you know what I'm saying, in a situation. But then again, when people are predators, they find a situation like this. You have a situation there around a lot of people, so they can kind of be themselves, and nobody really gonna say too much, because more than likely it's other people acting or behaving in the same exact manner. But hopefully you would think, because I say even in a documentary you see the people that kind of the men talk about it, just saying how other men were. You would think like somebody would step in or step out, in that situation to protect a woman or do something like that. And the woman says, she like, shit, if y'all think y'all got protect black woman is a thing in 2020, imagine what it was like in 1990 for these women.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Scary.
Super.
That's very
super.
You had the young lady when she was talking about the incident that happened with her. She said she doesn't even like to be around crowds, especially black crowds, because she saw like it was 10 men around her, grabbing her, taking her clothes off. And so I guess like the betrayal, like it's just, I couldn't even imagine going through that. And nobody said, oh, here come the cops. She was like, she could have possibly gotten raped in that moment if they didn't run off because they thought the cops were coming. So it's just
Yeah, well, and this was in I guess after that in 99, I think 98 was the last actual Freaknik of the old regime, because you've had people try to redo it a few times, and it was like, yeah, man, kill that shit. They shouldn't even be able to use the name for the Freaknik. But you had a couple of people, but like I said, in 99, they came, well, 98, like I said, was like the last year, and that's when it got too out of control. And they finally said, now we're gonna end it. We can't continue to do this because we're unable to man it the way that it needs to be done. And that's when it ended. Excuse me.
good.
You said what?
Good.
Yeah, I like the dude at the end. He was like, yeah, some things need to just stand, and here's nigga need to let that shit go, please.
yeah.
I like that.
I mean, just create your own thing. You don't
Yeah.
have to like copy something that's in the past, because you need to always remember, okay, this may have been like spark the idea, but just leave that for the past, because especially what it turned into. So it's just, yeah, I don't know. We sick of remakes, original content and events and ideas.
I mean, so, but it don't have to necessarily be too original. It could be a carbon copy. You just don't name it the same, but just do some, make it your own thing. Because somebody could easily go and make an event. So we can literally go and say, hey, we want to make a picnic for our crew or whatever it is. So we make a picnic for our crew.
Jason, barbecue.
I'm sick, bro. I am sick of you. Picnic. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Barbecue, whatever the fuck it is, nigga. You outside with a.
The history.
Hey! Look, you go outside with some goddamn covers and some food. Goddamn it, picnic, barbecue, whatever, what the fuck ever. You go out there and do that. You can do that. So let's say it's a success. We enjoy it. Next year, we bring our girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever it is, family members, friends to it. That was cool. Y'all gonna do it again. And as it, like, the more successful, the more people, the more things, and then shit just begins to blossom. It begins to grow. And in that situation, if you're in somewhere public, people start saying like, "Oh, can we kick and hang out with you, whatever?" Like, that's just genuinely how shit go. Them being at school, having clubs, it just made it a little bit different because you had so many different people from different areas coming together to do it. So, yeah, man, I'm all for growth and community if we can police ourselves properly, I guess, because clearly it's always somebody that's gonna go too far in these moments or within these situations.
That's because rules are good sometimes. They didn't think they needed them. That's what it
Right.
was. Like it matters. So that's why it shouldn't be another Freaknik because of that. Like they think it's just like chaos and disorder and you can do whatever you want and blah blah blah. Just go
Yeah,
to a different festival. There's so many of them. I
yeah.
think the Cole got one coming up. Like just go somewhere else. Let's go to one of those.
There, I mean, it's at this point, it's a festival everywhere, and
Mm-hmm.
on almost every part of the world. Like you literally got, like I said, J. Cole Festival coming up like next week. It's next weekend. We got J. Cole Festival. I think Usher has a festival in Vegas that he has
Oh,
going
Lovers and
on.
T-Pain.
Friends.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
you got the
T-Pain.
You
Ain't
got the
got one.
T Pain got a festival.
No, that's one.
You got the Rolling Loud. I really enjoy her festival. I do think I think that's one of the best ones. If you into the R&B, more so up to date. Now she did start bringing legends in as well, but an R&B festival, I think that's a pretty good one. I think Jodeci, they have a tour of like a lot of like legends that they're on tour with, like 112 and Drew Hill and just a lot of different people. So, I mean, you have the different events. You said Essence Jazz. I don't know how long that's been going on, but Essence is also something black. I feel like there's black on. I could be wrong. I don't know how stuff is today,
But
but
old ladies.
I hear about how fun it is though. That's something I want to do. I've never been to
Yeah,
Essence. That's
me
something I
too.
would love to do.
They be having speakers and stuff like that in like conferences. So I think with something like that, that's dope to where you get different activities for people different days and they can just
Mm-hmm.
be around the city to where you have folks occupying their time or their time being occupied and just meeting and greeting with other people. So I think, like you said, like everybody kind of had their own thing instead of just everybody going to the same city and just shutting it down for the weekend.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, it's almost. Truthfully, it's almost the same exact thing. Like all these, that's what these festivals are, because they kind of almost have a set time whenever they do it. I think the the uh the Broccoli Fest in DC. I don't know, maybe in DC or something, it just rains all the time during it, but they need to maybe switch that around some kind of way. But yeah, I think outside of that, for the most part, yeah, I think it's some things I here to do. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but we have to, like I said, the main thing in there is just be safe. Do it safely. You can enjoy yourself without taking advantage of somebody, man. That's kind of crazy when
Yeah.
you just really think about it. Why can't you go and enjoy your homeboy without you know doing something just so off the wall, unordinary? But then again, shit, there may be some shit you be doing at home, but you taking it up, taking this freaky ass tour on the road.
Don't be Diddy. Don't be Diddy.
Right.
No Diddy.
Lock
No
that
Diddy.
ass up.
Diddy. Send that nigga to jail. Okay.
That nigga pulled a Russell Simmons. He out the
They're gonna
country right
pop
now.
up doing like meditations. They're gonna be like, oh, they go Diddy right there. Your son's locked up, nigga.
That's
I don't
so
know them niggas. I don't know them niggas.
it's so foul. They got it. They all right. They grown men. They men. They got this. Like what?
on the cool. On the cool. Kendra, did you have anything from the documentary that you wanted to address or talk about or go over that we didn't mention?
No, I think we mentioned everything. It was a nasty fest. I bet Diddy was there though. I bet he was there. And
I
he
mean,
like
Biggie was there, so he had to be there.
I know he was there. Just being gross with the men and the boy and the girls and the men and the women and the boys. Like all of them.
Who is
Just
that?
gross.
They had who was that? Craig Mack was there as well. So yeah, I know for a fact.
Oh, they was doing
Diddy
nasty
and
stuff.
Puff was there in that time. Jazz,
Usher
what
was
about you?
there.
Did you have Usher?
Tupac was
Yeah,
there. And some
yeah.
basketball
Halle,
players.
I seen Halle Berry. She popped out.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure the celebrities they probably popped in, they got right the fuck back up out of there. Like I can't even imagine it.
No. Actually, they probably
Shit.
wasn't ducking and dodging cameras back then.
Disguises.
Right. But nah, we definitely covered everything that I had in my notes that I wanted to talk about.
Any difference? We had Ness. He was on the episode. Would you guys like to elaborate on the difference between booty shaking and twerking?
What?
Where does this question come from?
Booty shaking and twerking.
Is there a difference between booty shaking and twerking?
I feel like twerking like effort and booty shaking isn't.
Yeah.
Oh, so twerkers. I remember the twerk.
It's a technique. Like
yeah. Booty shaking, you just
they doing a 1-2 step in their head when they twerking. And booty shaking.
Jazz, can you do the rocking chair? Do you know what the rocking chair is? Wait, let me not assume.
I don't know what that is.
Okay. Let me not assume.
Right, because I was going to
What about the butterfly? You know what the butterfly is?
Yeah, I know what the butterfly is.
You know what the butterfly is, Kindahl?
Yes.
Okay, we had like in the documentary they was doing the rocking chair. It was just like some stuff that I used to see when I was younger, like when they used to. It wasn't twerking, but it was a way that the women used to kind of sway their bodies. I was just like, when they had their hands on their knees, the rocking. Yeah, it may have just been some southern. It could be just be Memphis, but yeah, the rocking chair. Yeah,
I'm gonna Google that.
Oh shit.
No,
Jazz.
Yeah.
If you was to host an event, what would it be, and where would you host it?
Oh, I would host it in Tampa. What would it be? Like, what would the name be?
If you want to come up with a name, sure. But if you want to tell what the event is, that's fine as well.
It's gonna be called Step Into Greatness. That sounds like a church thing, don't it?
Someone must say it's church.
Yo, I was trying to think of something.
Is Shirley Caesar gonna be there?
Actually, yeah, let me not use that name. I was trying to think of something that incorporated toes.
Of course you did. Of course. Nickelodeon? No, just playing.
Oh no.
Nah, it's gonna be Freaknik. That's what it is. Shout out to my homeboy who gave me the names. My event would be called Freaknik. What kind of
this event be? Yes.
Everybody gotta wear sandals.
You said what?
Everybody gotta wear sandals or something?
Yes.
Or
sandals. Actually, I don't even care fuck about nobody else's toes. You can come get like pedicures, get some feet massages, and then on a late night tip, if you were somebody that get kind of crazy. If you somebody that loves toes, you can go to like a toe exhibit and just look at other people's toes. But those people be getting paid to show their feet. So we like supporting Black owned businesses. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I knew Jazz would go too far left. What about you, Kindahl? what kind of event would you have, and where would you throw it?
So I would put it. I don't know where I would throw it. Probably somewhere where it's easy for everyone to get to. What state would that be? Where it's like Atlanta. There we go.
You hate Atlanta, but you taking your people to Atlanta.
Right.
I'll have all the Black people come, and I'll have a bunch of therapists, right? And then everybody's just gonna get some therapy. That's it. Like everybody's gonna get some therapy. Yep.
Man, that sounds lit.
Healing minds for Blacks. Healing minds. And it is gonna be like Drake playing in the background. So. Drake and Jay-Z.
That'll be hard.
And Beyonce, wait, no, Beyonce, because I feel like that's therapeutic. So it's gonna be Beyonce playing in the background.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at it at all.
Everyone's talking out your feelings and yeah, getting it together because we all need it.
For me, I don't know if I want to do it in Little Rock or Memphis. It's kind of reckless on both sides of the fence. You know what I mean? I probably would. It probably would be a nice little a musical event, probably.
Picnic.
Say it again.
A picnic.
You know what I'm saying? You know, we can, you know what I'm saying? I probably do a little barbecue, you know what I mean? Put some barbecue on the grill. Kid friendly. Um, Different. I probably kind of like not like kind of like the Freaknik. Just get involved with some up and coming, rising talent. Probably a little, not really known talent. Put them with like some live music. Let them play. Let them sing or whatever they got going on. Try to have like a big, I don't know, like a big water balloon type of event type of thing where we have them set up so people can come. So nobody has to bring nothing in there. So we have it there. So, that way you can keep it safe as much as we can when it comes to it, as far as like no water guns and things like that. Just something, just something that people can go have fun, let loose, get to enjoy. Hopefully they can bring their herbs and enjoy that without the police to get fuck North Carolina. Again.
Angry. Y'all let that sound really nice.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
Yeah. So I definitely got some ideas, something that I want to do anyway. So it just goes into something that I already want to do. So yeah. We gonna make it.
Are you gonna DJ at the event?
Am I gonna DJ at the event? I'm gonna say no because I want to be more of I want to mingle. But I probably have me a nice little set. Let me not say that. I probably have me a set, get some shit going, kind of. I couldn't be an MC, but I could possibly try to rock the mic a little bit. Pause if applicable.
I mean, you've said dick a few times on this, so yeah. Dick out. Yeah, you did, so
I was just, I'm just making sure I get the vibes right for you because I know you want that. Just hit you in the face with it right on the stage. She's like, damn, Jazz is wild.
Yo, just to let it sit there.
The whole
crazy.
thing?
Not even like a smack. Like Jason was just sitting there. That's crazy.
You'd be against you'd be against.
Are we about to close out this episode?
So Jazz, let me ask you this. Right. Would you rather be slapped or would you rather just sit on your face?
That is a wild question to ask, and it depends on the mood that I am in at the time.
You're at the strip club.
Yeah, point still stands. Actually, wait. Nah. I say a smack. If I'm at a strip club with some random, no.
I mean, so question.
Yo, my nigga, I thought you was closing this episode
I was.
What are you doing?
More things began to come. Began to come. So
that's okay. If you at a strip club and there's a stripper, her ass is in your face, you want her just to smack you in the face with her ass, or just you sit with your face in her ass, smelling her ass?
I'd rather her not put her ass in my face at all.
You got to choose an option.
What was the questions again?
Oh my God.
Smack you in the face with her ass back and forth, or you just sitting, or her ass is just sitting on your face.
A nice little motor and then just be done with it. Like don't just, you know what I'm saying? Like just shake it a little bit, beat me up a little bit, let me go on about my business. Like we ain't got to do too much. But what I was going to ask was, when you at the strip club, so because I can't ask Kelly this because she's never been. So I'm asking, I gotta ask you. So the strip club, like, are you motivated that you may be able to get this young man home, or is it just like I'm just here for the moment type situation?
I'm just here for the moment type situation. But there was one time where I kind of fell for one of the strippers that was in there. And then I was like, yeah, I need to get up out of here.
How did
Fell in
that?
love- You fell in love with a stripper?
No, I fell for him, not fell in love. Fell for him.
What's the difference?
What?
Wasn't no love there.
She just liked them.
You just was like feeling them a lot.
I mean, he sold the fantasy very well. Because that's all
Yeah,
strippers
you
doing
bought it.
anyway.
That's what I was saying. Like I be wondering, like, is it the same for women? Because like niggas be like really like running their best game on strippers. I'm just like, bro,
They mean they're like, you don't gotta
it's
do
not.
it.
It's not even. She's not falling for this.
No.
Like you got like unless you fit to be spending a whole bunch of. I mean, I don't. Then again, I don't. Maybe I just ain't got the game for it. Then again, I don't go to strip clubs like that. So last time I was in, I fell asleep. Like it's just not. That's just not my cup of tea, and that's okay.
Women ain't
Yeah,
well. Women ain't gotta do all that extra game.
But it's a male stripper though.
Yeah.
I only can imagine what is a male stripper like. I've never spoken to one. What they like, Jazz? What they be talking about?
I mean, they be trying to run game, saying
The
everything.
male stripper too?
Yes.
Damn. So is it like a Twitter DM nigga but like on steroids?
No, because the niggas in the Twitter DM, they not running like. Let me chill. The stripper probably runs better game than the niggas in the Twitter DMs. Because like right now, niggas jump in your DMs, they act like they don't know how to have a conversation at all. Their game is kind of ass. A stripper not gonna do all of that.
Is he attentive?
Yes.
And
you also paying him. He's doing the voice that he needs to. Come on, like
how your day is.
This nigga trying to expose me second week in a row. That's crazy. Shout out to the male strippers out there. Y'all are appreciated.
Wow. I want to go to a male strip club.
I want to go with y'all to a male strip club. I just want to document how y'all react.
The voices.
Don't document nothing.
I'm not gonna record it. I just want to be
in your mental just to see it.
I want to come back and be like, so I went out with Jazz and Kindahl one time. When I say they lost their fucking minds.
And they put you on stage?
Look at Jazz.
Like,
not you.
I haven't been brought on stage, no.
Damn, why not? You ain't reaching. Are you not reaching enough? Like what's happening? Are you?
I don't like to be the center of attention, so I don't want to be on the stage and just. I'll get somebody that's walking around because, of course, you got to find strippers that's walking around. So, yeah.
When you was at the strip club and they're walking around today, what kind of clothes did they have on?
They had on thongs, and it was really.
Do they be having like? Because I've seen the videos, right? And they got like this little tassel around their penis, and that's it. Do they be having those on?
They be having different kinds. I haven't been to a strip club in a while, so I'm not sure what they're doing now. But when I was going a few years ago, yeah, they was.
Ew.
Has any of these young men did the helicopter in front of you?
Probably not directly in front of me, but
so you
I
didn't
was
get
probably.
So you didn't get no dick. You didn't get no dick win.
No.
Ew. Dick wind?
Yeah, dick win.
That smell like. Ew.
It gotta be kind of like twerk win, right?
Jason, do you just be making this shit up?
No, it's real.
Okay, because this is the second week. Chris,
that's crazy.
It's Chris though. Chris ain't the right. Sidney Sweeney ain't got no twerk win. Come on now. Come on now.
What?
I'm not.
Imagine Sidney Sweeney trying to twerk like in the first place, but Sidney Sweeney with enough ass to make stuff come from it. I mean, you know what I mean.
She probably still. Probably some wind from that, from the back.
You said what?
It's probably she making wind from her back and her arms, and
Smell
like
probably smell like mayo. Fuck it.
Come on. That's crazy. Mayo wind is crazy. Chris, what is wrong with you? He gonna be like, I hate y'all niggas. He goes like, I hate y'all.
Oh man, but yeah, man.
Mayo wind,
But
ew.
that was the Freaknik documentary. Oh shit. Jazz. Did you have any people's thoughts?
I didn't even post nothing for this. No, I didn't.
Listen, that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. Kendall, per usual, we appreciate you for coming on with us, chatting about some twerking. And the Freaknik, the largest party that was never told. Now we have the story somewhat.
Yeah, it was fun as always. I just miss Erica, but yeah, yeah. She wasn't. She was not.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We had our other guy in this, but shout out to this. Hopefully you feel better, my boy. Hope you feel getting better. Jazz, did you have anything for the people?
Thanks, y'all. Like, subscribe. Kindahl, as always, thank you for joining us. Did y'all see anybody in this that y'all recognize from the live footage? Any aunts, uncles?
I was looking for my brother. I just wanted to see it, but he wasn't there.
Nah, I think
my brother old as hell, so that's what I want to see.
It was a possibility my mom and dad could have been there, but I was born in '90, so with them it was 18 and 20 during that time, so it was very, 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 very seldom. I mean, my dad probably went to one of them at some point, but I seriously doubt it.
I ain't nobody.
I wish. So, hey, didn't I see you in that, Auntie? And now you every day.
You should still just say it just to see what you get, what reaction you may get from it.
Like, was you at Freaknik? Was you twerking and shaking and doing, what was it called? The chair? The rocking chair.
Was you doing the butterfly? You making that Tootsie Roll?
Oh, Lord.
But yeah, man, this was episode 95, the Hulu Freaknik documentary, The Wildest Party Never Told. We'll catch y'all next week. Oh shit. Was it good though?
Oh yeah.
Was it good though? Jazz, let me start with you.
Yes, it was.
Oh, okay.
It was very informative. Yes, it was a good movie. Unlike Tyler Perry's movies, it was really good. Yeah.
Not you comparing a doc to a movie.
Well, anything would be better than a Tyler Perry movie, like Mia Cooper or whatever. But yeah.
Funny. I still ain't saying that.
You're not missing nothing.
I probably won't ever see it. It's okay. It's okay. Long y'all seen it for me. And for me as well, yes. I do think it was very good. I didn't know. I had no idea the history behind it. So this has been an informative month for me. As far as the things that we seeing, the things that we getting. Kindahl, you seen Rustin, right?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Got you.
My list. Yeah.
Got you. Okay. Okay. Well.
Why? I know about Rustin though. I know him.
Yeah, we kind of got.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I think it was real good. I hadn't heard of him, so like I said, this month has just been a month of just almost informing myself of stuff. Maybe we can keep this as a thing moving forward. Like in March, we just go through some history that we didn't know. I think that'd be dope.
Until you see what we got for March, and you're gonna be or April, and it's just gonna be like, oh, never mind.
That's April. I said March, not April.
Oh,
in March. Nah, fuck that.
Like,
every month can't be like that. No, every month, yeah, nah. But episode 95. Freaknik Doc can be seen on Hulu now. I am Jason.
I am Jazz.
And we got my sister Kindahl.
Oh, yeah.
With us.
Yeah.
This is the Was It Good Though podcast. Deuces.
Cheers.
Bye.
Can't even breathe. What's going on? Go ahead.
You got it.
Oh. What's going on, y'all? I don't even know how to start it off. You should take it. Oh,
Looking at
oh shit.
wrong way, face ass.